His green cards. This looks like 11 adaptive Snapjaws. Is that right? He has 11 adaptive Snapjaws in his deck.
It does look like that.
One Ivy League Denizen and a Scab Clan Charger. Drakewind Crassus. He could have had like 3 or 4 of those if he had started shopping at the Simic store a little bit earlier. Mystic Genesis. I think that's going to be pretty good in his deck. Shamble Shark, Simic. So Shamble Shark, as Matthias said, be a little bit of a tough cast in this deck that's got 4 planes in it. Simic Charm, Urban Evolution, would probably be pretty good in his deck. He's got 3 Simic Guild Gates, Prophetic Prism, and a Key Rune. So he could go Key Rune up straight to 5. And then finally a Biomass Mutation. What's Ben got?
All right, so Ben, as we saw, as we kind of saw him put together, it's basically a Gruul deck with white. Now he's not playing any straight white cards. He is splashing white. He has 3 planes in the deck.
Oh, apparently he's got
a Sacred Foundry.
It's a nice one.
And also a Boros Guildgate. That's his white splash for 1 copy of Sunhome Guildmage and 2 copies of Sky Knight Legionnaire. But main deck, those are his only white cards.
All right, so Ben passes on the 3rd turn.
And Gerard has a Shamble Shark as the first spell cast of the game. That's like a Snapcaster Mage, except it doesn't
It's
like
have
a
any of
naked
the
Snapcaster,
additional abilities, but it does have that ability. So Gerard Fabiano has already completed the Bant achievement.
Yes.
He's got Forest, Plains, and Island all in play, and he's already leveled up his Shamble Shark.
Oh, I guess not leveled it, because
I guess that's an actual
mechanic, right?
Yeah,
He's evolved. He's got a frontline medic. He's got a Shamble Shark, and Ben Stark has made a Croconura to block. So he's gonna declare that as blocking the Shamble Shark,
making it a little bit big, embiggening it. Oh!
Yeah, so a burst of speed, and then a Simic Charm in response to take out the Croconura. Adaptive Snapjaw comes down for Ben Stark. Simic Charm giving the giant growth mode there to take out that Croconura.
Gerard Fabiano's got 11 adaptive Snapjaws.
I have a feeling maybe we're misreading that. Maybe it's just a 1.
But what do you think about that? He could have waited a little bit on frontline medic and had some indestructible beats. Instead, he traded his frontline medic for
an adaptive
in my opinion, possibly an inferior creature.
Possibly, but he's being very aggressive at this point, and I don't hate it. Sky Knight Legionnaire from Ben Stark passes the turn. Yeah, on defense, exactly. Ivy Lane Denizen for Gerard, and does not level the Shamble Shark. Shamble Shark was already too big.
Evolve it.
I'm sorry.
If he did anything.
Yes, evolve it. Now you've got me saying
it.
level. And we have a pit fight from Ben, and it looks like Legionnaire has successfully fought a Snapjaw, and well, successfully, they just killed each other. But wow, Shamble Shark going to town, and Ben Stark scoops him up. That was very fast. 2.5 minutes.
Gerard's deck came out swinging.
It did, and we saw how aggressive that frontline medic play was, but he just had the dudes to just keep on rolling, and just ran over Ben in game 1. Now, looks like both players with a couple of
3rd turn with no aggressive play. I mean,
yeah, he didn't have a very good start.
The reputation for his deck that I heard is that it had a fair number of aggressive creatures, right? So, Sunhome Guildmage, like you said before, Burning Tree Emissary. This is the kind of card that could be the catalyst for a very aggressive draw.
Yeah, he's got an aggressive draw. He didn't see it there.
Bomber Core. Actually, I'm not seeing a huge number of 2-drops.
He's got a couple of Disciples, I believe. Right, Disciple of the Old Ways. I believe he's got a pair of those. It's not like a Boros curve, 1s and 2s, but he's got some 2-drops. The Guild Mage. He also has a Wojak Halberdiers, which is in the sideboard. Could potentially bring it in if he felt like he needed to streamline a little bit, maybe just get a little more aggressive. I don't know if that's something he's interested in doing, given Gerard's the size of Gerard's creatures. But and you saw one of his 2 Sky Knight Legionnaires. So he's got something that he could, if he can hit the 2 drops, he's got the Sky Knight Legionnaire to follow up with and kind of build from there. He's got Croconura, so he's got some 2s and 3s. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to see another Gideon like we saw earlier. No, that one wasn't from Gerard in that case.
But Gerard would not have been able to cast his Gideon in that game, would he?
You know what? I don't even remember.
I don't think he had
the
a second planes.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe his deck only has 4 planes. Is that right?
Yes, 4 planes, and that's his only. Those are his only white sources besides Prophetic Prism.
Prophetic Prism, yeah.
Yeah, looks like just 1 Prophetic Prism, but.
So, then I'm gonna guess he's gonna choose to play.
And he starts off with a Sacred
Foundry again.
Simic Guildgate from Gerard.
And Ben's gonna come out swinging this time.
Yeah, there's his 2-drop Burning Emissary.
Like he means it.
Yeah, Burning Tree Emissary followed by Disciple of the Old Ways, and Ben has 2 bears on turn 2.
So I mean,
Prophetic Prism from Gerard.
So at least 4. Maybe we'll see a
no Legionnaire there, but that could have been brutal. Yeah, Croconura comes down instead. Emissary, there you see Emissary adds a red and a green when it enters the battlefield, which is a perfect set of mana to cast the Disciple of the Old Ways.
It's a really powerful card. It's played heavily in Constructed. It's seeing even modern play.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the Naya Blitz deck that just won the other Tall Prix that was going on.
Tall Prix.
The Tall Prix. The other Grand Prix from this weekend in Quebec City.
All right, so Gerard, thinking about his hand, he's got a land drop, right?
He definitely has a land drop, yeah. He's just, I guess, trying to plan out his turn. Goes with the Cloudfin Raptor after a Forest.
So that's kind of a pensive play, right? He's planning to play several more turns, making this play, I assume.
Looks that way.
All right, Ben Stark. I mean, that Cloudfin Raptor is not very scary by itself. If there's a combat trick, if there's a Simic Charm like Ben saw in Game 1, it is what it is, I think.
Right.
I don't think that will necessarily stop him from attacking.
No, not at all. I think Ben wants to be aggressive here. He's got an Ember Beast.
Ember Beast, he's going to embiggen his
evolve
frog.
The Croconura. And now all 3 of his formerly summoning sick creatures, now not summoning sick anymore.
Not summoning sick at all.
They at one point were summoning sick, but yeah, all 3 of his live guys get into the red zone.
And Cloudfin Raptor, not long for this world. And yep, Simic Charm that we predicted.
So takes out the Disciple of the Old Ways.
Gerard Fabiano going to play his 4th land. He is. So the Simic Charm was used in Giant Growth mode, +3/+3, allowing it to win combat against Ben's
Disciple. Yeah. So Scab Clan Charger comes down, evolves the Cloudfin Raptor, and Gerard passes back to Ben. Ben still with a pretty good board position here.
So in comes Ember Beast and Croconura. Staying home is Burning Tree.
Burning Tree Emissary, yeah.
He doesn't want anything with the Scab Clan Charger.
Yeah.
So those guys probably going to bounce, right?
Looks like
Croconura in for 2.
Croconura's getting in. Charger's blocking Ember Beast, and like you said, they're going to bounce, presuming no tricks. But it looks like there's a trick. So Croconura is going to fight the remaining toughness on the Scab Clan Charger.
How much toughness did you have left?
And Croconura takes out the Charger. Firefish Striker joins the force on Ben's side of the board before he passes back to Gerard, who has an adaptive Snapjaw and evolves
one of
the
11 adaptive Snapjaws in Gerard's deck.
I have a feeling he's not going to draw
Look
another.
Look at his deck list. How many
look like
does
it says
say?
11.
So Ben Stark, another pit fight, is that right?
No, that was just the one pit fight. He's attacking. He's got Battalion, so the Firefish Striker keeps the Cloudfin Raptor from blocking. Adaptive Snapjaw trades with the Burning Tree. I'm sorry, not the Burning Tree. I'm sorry, the the heck is that? I can't even remember what was there already.
The Ember Beast.
Ember Beast, that's right.
It was an Ember Beast, sir.
It looks green at the side of the board. It looks kind of like red-green.
Fire Fist Striker's pretty good against only one blocker.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Gerard Fabiano down to 4 life. Even if he plays a single blocker, Ben should be able to prevent it from blocking. Cloudfin Raptor would block, or the other guy would block, whichever one, and 4 would get in, and that would be it.
So there's a Simic Guildgate. Gerard plays Drakewing Crassus. Again, evolves the Raptor.
Level up. He just prevents a block, right? Is that it?
Prevents a block. And Rust Scarab's going to evolve the Croconura. Swing, Battalion triggers, keeps the Cloudfin Raptor from blocking. And that should kill him unless he's got some sort of trick. I see Forest. I don't know what that other card is. Having trouble seeing it.
What's going on with Croconura?
I think that was a let's go to game 3, yeah.
Okay. So, our people on the floor have just told us that Patrick Sullivan is choosing to go 3rd in game 3.
I don't think he's going 3rd. I think he's choosing to draw.
To go 2nd.
I'm not real sure what going 3rd
He's going
means.
3rd.
He's calling someone else into the match so that he can actually go 3rd.
He's going 1st, going 3rd? Like, I will go 3rd. After going 1st, you could go 2nd. So he's choosing to draw. I apologize.
Yes, that's what he's doing.
So this is a strategy that some people have been talking about when playing Orzhov or other kind of grindy or longer game decks. You draw in order to obtain, an extra card. Might help with a slower deck, mana development. Also, if you've got like a removal heavy defensive deck.
Look at that guy in the background.
Joshua P. Rabbits. I know what he's looking for. He just texted me.
So you're not shocked.
Anyway, so if you got a removal heavy deck, you actually just want your opponent to play out guys so that you can kill them rather than exposing your guys to the savagery of creature on creature combat.
What that also tells me is that somehow the Orzhov deck has the match with the Orzhov deck has gone to game 3 before these two decks have.
Well, we don't know what happened, right?
No, we don't.
Maybe there was a super quick, Boros beatdown or.
Right. Well, we've actually seen a pretty super quick match here so far. Ben Stark out, right out of the gates there in game 2, but Gerard won in 2.5 minutes. He won the first game, so.
So Aaron Lewis is currently up 1-0 over Antonino Baldasar.
Yeah, and these guys getting ready to go to game 3. This is these guys moving pretty fast.
Everybody's hustling.
Yeah. Which, in this case, which deck would you rather be? Now you've seen them both with a...
I would rather be Ben's deck.
Yeah. You feel like the consistency, you feel like it's more, likely to just do what it's supposed to do?
Look at Gerard's deck. He hasn't got a lot of removal, does he?
He's not even playing the Smite, which isn't shocking, but he does have it, not playing it.
Frank Scarron's up 1-0 over Richard Nguyen as well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not even playing. I think he probably might have cited in the Smite. I mean, is there a deck you would want Smite against more than a deck like Ben's? I mean, he started out with the Smite, right? He marked it down to a 0.
Yeah, he looks like he was considering main decking the Smite, changed it. Look at this Way of the Thief here. It looks like he crossed out a 0 and added a 1 there. You think that's a main deck card?
I think he played the Way of the Thief, yeah.
Okay.
He had to make room for those extra 10 adaptive Snapjaws.
Yeah, you're right. Like, as far as actual removal, I mean, Simic Charm is...
So Gerard has gone first with an island. Ben has answered with a Gruul Guild Gate.
Simic Charm and a sideboarded Smite look like his only removal.
So Gerard misses his 2-drop. Ben looks like he's got... Is that a
Disciple of the Old Ways?
Yeah. So just figure out which land he wants to play for it.
And
another
game
big
in a row.
second turn. He's got a Plains in his hand, which means that if he's got multiple Plains. Actually, does he have a ton of white land? Is that right? Is that Croconura maybe?
We're going to see a Simic Manipulator from Gerard Fabiano. Let's
Manipulator.
Haven't seen that one yet in action this weekend.
Simic Manipulator is a mighty magical spell.
There you see it. It's an 0-1 for 3. Does not successfully pass the vanilla test, but it Sunhome Guildmage from Ben Stark there. But yeah, it has Evolve, and you can tap it, remove +1/+1 counters from it to gain control of target creature with power less than or equal to the number of +1/+1 counters
so
you've
you
removed.
just get it up a little bit and then
and
take
then
it down.
stealing their guys, yeah.
And you can just keep those guys, even if you're untapping the Simic Manipulator and evolving him further.
Just gain control of it. Simic Manipulator can go away, and you still have the guy.
That's a powerful magical spell.
End of the game, you have to give it back, though.
So,
or if there's some sort of effect, like Gruul Charm, for instance, could fight off a Simic Manipulator. Frilled Oculus there from Gerard Fabiano after sustaining some damage from the Disciple and the Burning Tree Emissary.
Ben's got to be pretty wary here because the Simic Manipulator is going to threaten to take over the game if he gives him too much time. Now,
you see the Manipulator actually evolved once, so it can currently steal a 1-power dude. There aren't any available at the moment.
These abilities are going to be on the table, but I think that Ben is going to be able to not only combat the Simic Manipulator with, just some speed, but, boosting them up with Sunhome Guildmage relevant.
Yeah, very well could be, and I think, might be one of the reasons that Ben didn't do anything that turn. Now, I don't know, I didn't get a good look at his hand. There's a Syndic of Tides from Gerard, and that's going to evolve the Manipulator yet again.
So, I think Ben's almost got to leave up his lands
just to
pump and kind of keep Gerard honest. But the problem is once Gerard gets it to an evolve of 3, that's not going to be viable any longer.
Yeah, one more evolve from Gerard, and you're right. The Sunhome Guildmage is I'm confused. But anyway, just got some information that kind of clashes what we said before. So anyway,
so Gerard tapping 4 for a key rune. Wait, so did he play the Guildgate? Why is 5 lands tapped?
I think he played the Guildgate. Tap 3, played the key rune, and extorted.
So Ben is gonna make a little guy.
Yeah, use the Sunhome Guildmage.
So I'm actually curious. Do you think that Gerard maybe should have tried to steal on that
just
spot?
to prevent a guy? But I mean, then you lose all the counters. You lose the counters that you've already got. So
what guys are high priority on this table, right? I think the Guildmage is really high priority.
Yeah, I think that would be the first guy you want to steal, even though you obviously can't activate the abilities. You take it away from Ben. Guildgate from Ben and pass back. So now it looks like Ben cannot activate that ability twice. If that Guildgate had come into play on tap, if it had been a basic instead, he would have had that option because it costs 3.
Oh no! Now we're seeing
Phantom. So that Simic Manipulator just got evolved yet again.
So now it's big enough that he can start
it can steal
doing
and
some serious issues.
Ben activating the Sunhome Guildmage is not going to get it out of range. There you see the Leyline Phantom. It's just a 5/5, to evolve the Manipulator. But when it deals combat damage, you return it to your hand. But what that does is repeatedly
it allows you to evolve over and over.
Yeah, so that's a pretty sick combination of cards he has there. He's going to be able to evolve that Manipulator up to 5, presuming he even keeps evolving, and he could steal something, and then every time he plays the Phantom, it evolves again, and he uses the Manipulator, steals something else, and which loses all its counters, and Phantom replay, and it's kind of a great way to keep triggering the evolve.
Ben's in a tough spot here, I think. I mean, that Simic Manipulator is representing some serious long-term inevitability, and he's not attacking.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Gerard's got that Syndic of Tides there, which has gotten, I believe, 2 life back for Gerard, and stolen 2 from Ben there. So, yeah, Gerard originally had taken 4 from the 2 drops.
Ben is paying 2 life to play Sacred Foundry up, which allows him to leave up, looks like 5. And he's summoning a
Disciple of the Old Ways.
Do you think, if you were Gerard, would you have tried to pull the trigger by now? Just kind of sit here in this standoff situation?
I almost wonder if just the threat of it is, it's enough almost to keep Ben from attacking, and I think Gerard's very happy with that. At this point, that Simic Manipulator has kind of really changed the way Ben's playing this game, and Ben doesn't have Extort.
Oh, well, here's another Evolve.
Yeah, so here comes a Drake, a 4/4 flyer.
That's a Sapphire
Drake. Yeah.
Sorry,
Mind Eye Drake, Sapphire Drake. They look kind of similar. They're both Drakes. They're both blue Drakes.
The Simic Manipulator gets a bit upgraded as well, right?
And
and now he's about to go down. And who are we stealing?
This is after the activation of the Guild Mage, getting another soldier for Ben. Gerard's stealing it.
I was actually curious why he didn't do it the first time. He had 2 counters on the Simic Manipulator, right? So he could have just responded and
done it
Ben
when
had
Ben didn't have the mana up.
Yeah,
right.
open to pump. That's a little curious.
Unless he was afraid if there were 2 mana up. I think was there 2 mana up at that point.
But what are the tricks that
Martial Glory? He could have could have been playing around there.
I mean,
I guess still he could have been if he didn't have the Martial Glory, or if he thought he had the Martial Glory last turn. It's even more likely he has it this turn.
The thing that's really problematic is Gerard's already got white mana, right? And if he gets his Prism, his Prophetic Prism, he might actually. Can he activate some of these abilities?
Yeah, you're right. He could actually start activating the Guild Mage. I mean, at this point, unless Ben sided in a Gruul Charm, which I don't even remember if he drafted it. It passed him. I don't think he drafted it. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Gruul Charm. No, he didn't. He did pass it. So it was in one of the packs, I remember. We have a report from one of the other tables, Patrick Sullivan, up 2 games to 1, and I think they only need to play 3 games. So Patrick Sullivan into the semifinals
and qualified for the Pro Tour, which was his goal.
Awesome, yeah, that's right.
Probably got a new goal.
That is, yeah, he might have something else a little bigger in mind next time. So that is excellent. Congratulations to Patrick Sullivan for that, and of course he's still got some games to play tonight. So we have a pit fight happening to get rid of the Simic Guild Mage. While it is lacking some counters, so I'm not the Simic Guild Mage, it's Simic Manipulator. So Gerard managed to get the Sunhome Guild Mage permanently from Ben, but that was pretty much the value he got out of the Manipulator. If you count, unless you count all those turns that Ben kind of didn't attack because of possible Manipulator tricks. But now we've got quite the board state. So if you're just joining us, I'm Joey Pasco in the booth with Michael J. Flores covering the quarterfinals of Grand Prix Charlotte. Gerard Fabiano versus Ben Stark. Both players with a game. Here we're in game 3. And Sky Knight Legionnaire comes down on defense, evolves a Croconura for Ben Stark, who is running out of room on the table, as is Gerard.
This game might slow down.
Yeah. We
got a flying blocker. We got a reach guy. Yep. Turn.
This is
go. I mean,
this is just build your army.
Well, one guy's got a Syndicatize. Apparently no spells though.
No, but he's got a lot of mana. So, and we know he does have a certain white planeswalker in his deck.
Oh, that is true.
That it's somewhere in there. Now it could be the bottom card.
Just like let's go.
Gerard's tired of this board.
He must have drawn the Biomass Mutation.
Oh wow, you're right. He did draft a Biomass Mutation.
Oh my word!
This could be crazy. Okay, so 5 creatures getting into the red zone right now for Gerard Fabiano. Ben has to know something's up. He's got to know the Biomass Mutation is coming. And how much mana is available? 8, 9, 10 mana, so he can make his guys 8/8s?
I mean, we don't know that it's in his hand, do we? Oh, from Watsy, due to the size of this tournament, all of the top 8 qualify.
Very awesome. So all of these guys queue for the Pro Tour.
All we had to do was get 2,700 players.
Why didn't we enter this event?
I did.
All we needed to do was top 8. So meanwhile, Ben Stark trying to figure out exactly how he wants to block here. He has that Sky Knight Legionnaire still available to block. Right now he's got a Croconaur on a Syndic of Tides, Disciple of the Old Ways,
and
one soldier.
I think that it looks like Gerard is revealing the biomass mutation. Is that
I
right?
think so as well. He is.
You could see Ben's facial expression. And
this is one way to wrath one side of the board. That's,
here are giants.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are all 8/8s.
How many guys were unblocked? Only one?
It looks like just the Sapphire. The Sapphire Drake was unblocked. Everybody else did get blocked, but it looks like they're gonna.
I think that they only went to 7/7s and he drained. That's what I think happened.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, they became 7/7s and he extorted. Yeah. That was what that one lone Plains was doing, hanging out there. I was wondering about that.
Remember what I said about Michael Bay movies?
Yeah, seriously.
That was The Rock. That was
crazy.
Con Air. It was Armageddon.
It's like it looked like a bonfire of the damned. You know, one side of the board almost entirely clear. I was thinking, Ben Stark.
So I would rather be on Ben's side. And Ben had an aggressive draw with Burning Tree, but was out-bombed.
Yeah, seriously, out-bombed
Simic Manipulator.
Is the best way to put it. Simic Manipulator, Biomass Mutation. And, I mean, that was really the two key cards of that match. But of that game. But Gerard actually drew a lot of supporting cast to make that Manipulator into a significant threat and be able to steal Ben's one most threatening creature in the Sunhome Guildmage.